Good evening and thank you for joining our live broadcast at 10 o'clock. I'm Kylie Gibson. Our top story tonight, controversy over the state of parking enforcement in Butte. Now some officials are suggesting big changes. NBC Montana's Josh Margolis is working for you to unpack both sides of the debate.
Commissioners tell me budget season here in Butte usually comes and goes without much controversy. But this year, some commissioners are choosing to use their authority to try and get changes when it comes to parking enforcement.
In the 10 years I've been here, every year we've lost money on the parking. And, you know, eventually somebody's got to take the bull by the horns and say, it ain't working.
Fisher, along with several other commissioners, believes the current parking enforcement situation is not sufficient and actually ends up hurting Uptown businesses. Butte's chief executive believes while there are some flaws, the program is vital.
It's not a moneymaker. It's more about public safety. It's about moving traffic in your business areas so that people don't just park in front of a business and stop there and stay there all day.
We took a look at Butte's budget. For the recently concluded fiscal year, parking facilities received all $185,000 it requested. For the operation of the parking garage, Butte requested and received $92,000. For the upcoming fiscal year, the city is seeking $236,000 for parking facilities. And for the garage, they want $235,000. A major reason for the garage increase is a $133,000 request for an entry gate, parking booth, and computers and software. One clear issue we found with enforcement is that citations are not making their way through the chain of command written in Butte's ordinances. The law states if tickets aren't paid or appealed after 7 days, they are referred to city court. But Judge Jerome McCarthy tells us he hasn't received a referral in at least 4 years.
How does that happen? What's been going on instead? Has it just been going through parking?
So yeah, we've been just dealing with it through parking, and so that's one of the processes. As I talked with Judge McCarthy, that we can look at what our deadline is how much time people have to pay, give them maybe a little bit more time to pay, but if they don't pay within that certain amount of time within our ordinance, then it goes directly up to the judge.
Gallagher says the current process is too cumbersome because it has to go through the county attorney before heading to city court, which he says is unnecessary.
That ticket, once not paid after 30 days, could go directly up to the judge. So we just need to clean that language up and present it to the Council of Commissioners, and I think that will help us generate more revenue.
But it's unclear what the commission will think of this proposal, and they say more drastic measures should be on the table. Some ideas the commission tossed around on Wednesday include eliminating some staff positions or even moving enforcement out of government and hiring an outside contractor instead. But Gallagher says both of those are non-starters. Budget discussions will continue in the coming weeks, and the issue of parking will be at the forefront as some commissioners say they continually hear complaints from their constituents.
They either start writing tickets and do what they got to do, or we find somebody that does.
We'll continue following this story and let you know what happens. For NBC Montana, I'm Josh Margolis.
If you have a question or a problem you want to send our way, write down our email, NBCMontanaTips@sbgtv.com. We're always working for you to get the answers you need.